A number of kingdoms were created in southern Africa in the early 1800s. The most powerful of these was the Zulu kingdom built by Shaka. Others were the Swazi kingdom, led by Sobhuza, the Soto kingdom, led by Moshoshu, and the Ndebele kingdom, led by Mzilikazi. The Zulu kingdom was one of the most powerful and significant kingdoms in African history. Its rise and fall tells a compelling story about the continent's past. And yet, even today, few people outside Africa know this story. The Zulu people, a Bantu nation, are believed to have migrated southward from the Great Lakes region around the 16th century, settling in the area of today's KwaZulu-Natal province in South Africa. Zulu was established in 1574 by Zulu Kam Miranda, son of King Mandela of the Goonies. When Mandela died, his younger son founded the Zulu clan, while his eldest Kawabe founded his own much larger clan, other than Goonies, although Swazi Koza or the NWA, but the most notable of them are still the Zulu. Over time, they developed a unique culture and language that set them apart from the other groups in the region. They established small chiefdoms and more generally the dominant group of the area. Even today, they are the largest ethnic group in South Africa, with an estimated 10 to 12 million people living mainly in KwaZulu-Natal, but they didn't rise to prominence until the 19th century. That's when a single person managed to bring the clans together, build a cohesive identity for the nation, and became a military power of the region. That man was Shaka Zulu, and under his leadership, the Zulu kingdom grew in power and expanded its territory through a series of military campaigns. Shaka is widely regarded as one of the greatest military leaders in African history, and his legacy is still celebrated in South Africa today. However, the rise of European colonization in the late 19th century brought significant changes to the region and ultimately led to the decline of the Zulu kingdom. Shaka was born in 1787, the illegitimate son of the Zulu chief, Senz Aga Kona. He grew up in a time of great instability and conflict among the various Zulu clans, and he quickly distinguished himself as a skilled warrior and strategist. In 2016, Shaka became the leader of the Zulu people after his father's death. He immediately set about consolidating power and expanding the Zulu kingdom through a series of military campaigns. He reorganized the Zulu military into regiments, each with its own distinctive uniforms and weapons, and he introduced the new tactics that made the Zulu army almost unbeatable on the battlefield. Under Shaga's leadership, the Zulu kingdom became a dominant force in southern Africa, with a highly centralized political system and a strong military presence. Shaka's military conquest brought large territories under a Zulu control, and he also encouraged the assimilation of conquered peoples into Zulu culture. However, Shaka's rule was not without controversy. He was known for his harsh treatment of his subjects, and he was responsible for the deaths of thousands of people during his reign. He was also highly suspicious of outsiders and discouraged any contact with Europeans, which would later have significant consequences for the Zulu kingdom. Shaka Gaston is the Gokarna king, Shaka for short. They'd have royal blood and was not a commoner. He was the son of Kingston Zanka Kojima, but as I said, he was an illegitimate son. So he spent his childhood in his mother's settlements, where he was initiated into an Abudo Lambi, a fighting unit serving as a warrior. His father died in 1816, and Shaka's younger half-brother Sequel, Jana, took power. In the initial years, Shaka had neither the influence nor reputation to compel anybody the smallest of groups to join him. But as Shaka became more respected by his people, he was able to spread his ideas with greater ease. Because of his background as a soldier, Shaka told the Zulus that the most effective way of becoming powerful quickly was by conquering and controlling other tribes. The Zulu tribe soon developed a warrior outlook with Shaka, turned to his advantage. This newfound military might help the Zulu kingdom expand its territory rapidly, and under Shaka's leadership, the Zulu kingdom became a dominant force in the region. One of Chicago's key innovations was the creation of a highly disciplined and organized military force. He introduced regiments, uniforms, and specialized weapons, and also a new system of military training that emphasized discipline and obedience. F. Lee sound familiar, they should. These are some of the pillars of any modern army, although it has to be mentioned, Shaka didn't learn these tactics. He came up with them and implemented them on his own. Not everyone agrees on this, by the way, and there are some who believe that he was a borrower, not an innovator. Regardless, in addition to his military innovations, Shaka was also known for his social and political reforms. He introduced a new system of governance that was highly centralized and hierarchical, with himself, of course, as the supreme leader. He also encouraged the assimilation of conquered peoples into Zulu culture, which helped to strengthen the unity of the kingdom, although this is also where the controversies begin. Shaka was known for his harsh treatment of his subjects and his ruthless suppression of dissent. 1,000s may have died, but his tactics worked and his power in the kingdom was unequaled. As I said, Shaka discouraged any contact with Europeans. He didn't trust them and generally believed that European tactics and technology were, for the most part, beneath the Zulu ways. However, he did grant permission to Europeans to enter Zulu territory on rare occasions. In the mid-1820s, Henry Francis Fan provided medical treatment to the gangs after an assassination attempt by a rival tribe member hidden in a crowd. To show his gratitude, Shakapi admitted European settlers to enter and operate in the Zulu kingdom. His demise, though, wouldn't come from the Europeans, but from his own people.